Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're covering a breaking story that has the hip-hop world in shock. Lil Durk, one of the biggest names in rap, has been arrested on charges that could change everything for his career and his life. Known for his gritty lyrics and real-life connections to Chicago's gang scene, Durk has built an image of survival, resilience, and loyalty. But now, he's facing allegations that suggest he might be involved in something much darker, a murder-for-hire plot. Let's dive into what we know so far about the arrest, the charges, and how this all ties back to a web of gang rivalries and tragic violence within the hip-hop community. Now, Lil Durk is no stranger to controversy, but the gravity of these charges has fans and critics alike questioning what could have led him to this point. Today, we're breaking down all the details, from the alleged murder-for-hire plot to how it might be connected to other high-profile incidents within the rap world. Grab your seat, because this story is as intense as it gets. Lil Durk's recent arrest is sending shockwaves through the music and entertainment world. Authorities moved in on him last week following a long-term investigation. Reports say Durk was apprehended in Atlanta, where he's been based for a few years, putting distance between himself and his hometown of Chicago. The charges? Conspiracy to commit murder for hire, an accusation that could land him in serious legal trouble if proven true. According to sources, law enforcement had been monitoring Durk for a while before they took action. The specific charges remain under tight wraps, but what we know is that they revolve around an alleged plot to target a rival. A move that has the potential to disrupt his career entirely. Right now, he's being held without bail, and the severity of these allegations could keep him behind bars until his trial, pending any new developments. This isn't the first time Durk has faced legal trouble, but these allegations are more serious than any he's faced before. The music industry, where Lil Durk has built his brand and fan base, is watching closely to see how this plays out. The murder-for-hire plot that Durk is allegedly involved in includes several high-profile names and complex connections. While details remain scarce, rumors suggest that this could be part of an ongoing retaliation within the Chicago rap and gang scenes. Some reports have even mentioned Quando Rondo, another rapper who's had a notorious rivalry with Lil Durk and his crew, Only the Family, or OTF. Lil Durk's connections to his past and the affiliations he's maintained over the years have often put him in the spotlight for controversies and gang-related allegations. OTF, his label, has had a long-standing feud with other gangs in Chicago, and some of his closest friends and collaborators have faced violence or legal issues because of these associations. In the world of hip-hop, especially in the Chicago drill scene, it's almost impossible to separate music from the reality of the streets. And Lil Durk has always been vocal about his experiences. The specifics of the alleged murder-for-hire plot are unclear, but authorities believe Durk's motivations may be tied to old rivalries that never died down. Law enforcement has not yet released the identities of any co-conspirators, but there's speculation that the retaliation is rooted in past altercations. Fans are speculating that Durk's past may be catching up with him, forcing him into a situation where he felt he had to take drastic measures. To understand this story, we have to go back to a dark event that rocked the hip-hop world: the murder of King Von. King Von, a close friend and collaborator of Lil Durk, was killed in a violent altercation outside an Atlanta nightclub in 2020. Von's death left a void in the OTF family and intensified existing rivalries, especially with the crew associated with Quando Rondo. King Von's passing wasn't just a loss for Durk and his team. It was a massive blow to the Chicago rap scene. Since King Von's death, tensions have only escalated. This murder-for-hire plot is suspected to be connected to this long-running feud. The violent dynamics of gang culture often involve a cycle of retribution, with one act of violence leading to another. Von's murder ignited a series of conflicts and confrontations that have kept tensions high between Durk's circle and their rivals. Other members of OTF have also been implicated in violent incidents, and it's clear that these rivalries go beyond music. For fans who have been following Durk's career, this latest news adds another chapter to an ongoing saga of tragedy, loyalty, and survival. Law enforcement has been working on this case for months, if not years, and it's clear they've put together significant evidence. Police have reportedly obtained electronic records, surveillance footage, and possibly even communication transcripts that implicate Durk in this murder-for-hire plot. Law enforcement sources say they believe this was a carefully planned operation involving multiple people and detailed logistics. Investigators have not disclosed all of the evidence yet, but it's believed that social media posts and encrypted messaging apps may have played a role. Over the years, social media has become a tool for law enforcement to monitor gang activities and track feuds that unfold publicly. In Durk's case, police have stated that they've been using these digital footprints to paint a clearer picture of the plot's timeline and the players involved. It's no secret that the digital era has made it both easier for rivalries to escalate and simpler for law enforcement to gather incriminating evidence. By tracing communications and movements, authorities are building what they hope will be a solid case. This case isn't just about Lil Durk. It's about the ongoing intersection of hip-hop culture and gang violence, a relationship that has sparked debates for decades. Artists from underprivileged backgrounds often find themselves pulled back into the environments they sought to escape, even after achieving fame and fortune. Lil Durk's career trajectory is emblematic of this. Despite his success, he's never fully distanced himself from the Chicago streets that shaped his identity and music. In hip-hop, there's an ongoing struggle between street credibility and personal safety. For some, maintaining authenticity means staying connected to their roots, which often includes loyalty to crews and neighborhoods. But in Lil Durk's case, that connection has now led to serious legal trouble. The industry has seen similar stories before, with artists who found it difficult to separate their fame from their past affiliations. This case raises important questions about the pressures that come with fame in hip-hop and the difficult balance between artistic expression and real-life consequences. It highlights a recurring tragedy in the genre, where artists' past often come back to haunt them, impacting both their lives and careers. As soon as news of Lil Durk's arrest broke, fans took to social media to express a mix of shock, support, and disbelief. For many fans, Lil Durk represents resilience and redemption. He's an artist who overcame the challenges of Chicago's South Side, and his music resonates with those who feel misunderstood by society. Supporters argue that Durk is being unfairly targeted due to his background and connections, rather than any real evidence. But not everyone is standing by him. Some members of the hip-hop community and critics believe these allegations reveal a darker side of Durk that can't be ignored. They argue that attempting to flee or retaliate shows a dangerous willingness to put others' lives at risk, regardless of his fame or talent. Fellow artists have been relatively quiet, likely wary of saying too much given the gravity of the charges. However, a few have shared messages on social media, suggesting a sense of sadness over yet another artist facing serious legal challenges. It's a divisive moment, where fans and the community are questioning the cost of fame and the importance of letting go of past affiliations. To wrap up, Lil Durk's arrest in this murder-for-hire plot leaves us with more questions than answers. From his mysterious flights to potential electronic evidence, and the tragic loss of King Von that sparked renewed tensions, this case is complex. It serves as a stark reminder of the dangers faced by hip-hop artists who walk a thin line between fame and the streets. For Lil Durk, this arrest could mean the end of a promising career, or it could be another chapter in his story of survival. The allegations are serious, and if proven true, they could keep him out of the music scene for a long time. This isn't just a story about one man. It's about a culture struggling to find a balance between authenticity and safety, about fame and the past, and ultimately, about the consequences of choices made under pressure.